My name is Amari Howard, and for my cultural plunge project, I submerged myself into a Mexican American family as they prepared and had dinner. I've known the Rosas family, which consists of Gabriel and little Gabriel, whom we call Gob Gob, Rosa, yes, her name is Rosa Rosas, and Elijah for a couple of years, and I'm actually really close to their family. Although we've been to Chuck E. Cheese, concerts, weddings, and the Renaissance Festival together, I haven't really spent a great deal of time learning about them and their culture. So, when I was faced with the opportunity to dive into a culture, I asked my friend Rosa if she would mind doing something that would allow me to learn more about her culture. And we came up with me being able to be there as she prepared and ate dinner with her family. And I've been to dinner at their house before, but I never have had traditional Mexican food. So she agreed, and that evening I went over to her home and we started our trip with a trip to La Michoacana, which is the local Hispanic market, someplace I had never been before. I was very grateful to be there with someone who understood the lay of the land because many of the signs were in Spanish and there were different products and items I wasn't familiar with. Even the type of meat that we ended up eating for our dinner was something I had never heard of before. So I was grateful that she was there with me to show me the lay of the land. When we got home, she put me to work in kneading the dough for the tortillas. As the pictures show, she was much, much better at doing this than I was. After we got done through the arduous process of kneading the tortilla dough, we formed small dough balls and we put them into the bowl, and she covered the bowl with a towel and she said it was time to let them sudar, which means sweat. And so as we let those rest and rise, we prepared some of the side dishes. And during this time I noticed something very different from the house that I grew up in. In Rosa's home, she allows anyone who wants to come in. In fact, in the time that I was there, her children, husband, my fiance, and even the dog were welcome into the kitchen. And so this made for some really hilarious moments. As you can see here, her son Elijah decided that he wanted to use the rolling pin on the floor. But it really gave me a sense of the closeness that exists in Mexican families. Everyone really is welcome, and I really did feel that within their home. As we sat, laughed, and talked, I became very grateful that I decided to do this. I've given myself a window into the lives of my friends on a very much more personal level, and I learned a great deal about them and their culture, and most importantly, some very, very, very tasty food. As a teacher, I believe this has implications for me because I learned a different way to view children. Rosa embraced her children and let them come into the kitchen, and I would like to take that type of mentality into my classroom and allow students to feel that they are a part of things no matter how small they might feel or how young they might feel, they can still be part of something and be included. So I would certainly say that I learned a great deal of things from my time with the Rosas family.